Hi guys, my name is Daisy Sam and today you're here for Google Novice. Now if you're here for Google Novice, that means that you feel that you're not too comfortable using Google, and hopefully that'll change by the time we end this conference. The first thing we want to do is go over login. Now it's really important to understand the login because knowing how to log in and knowing exactly what you're doing is going to eliminate a lot of that overwhelming feeling because Google does a great job in offering us so many tools to use. The second thing we're going to do is going over some planning and communication and collaboration using some of these apps. But first, logging on. If you have a Gmail account, if you already have a personal Google account, what I love about Google is that now that we have these Google for Education accounts, we can swap between these two accounts when we're logged on. So we can either choose to be on our personal one or our school one, or we can go ahead and log on to both of these accounts at the same time. Now, if you are logged on, this little guy right here who happens to be my son, now this guy is the identity that I'm using my Google Education apps with. So when I'm logged in as him, I know that the identity that I'm using all these apps for is my original account. Now, my Gmail happens to have a different picture, so when I click into my Gmail account, a different picture comes out here. So if I go ahead and log on to Google and I see a picture of me and my daughter, for example, I know I'm using my personal account. If I wanted to go ahead and swap, I swap back to the account that I wanted to use for that moment. Now this navigation grid right here is probably the most important feature right now when you're learning how to navigate throughout Google. The navigation grid is going to allow you to move from one application to another. Now when you decide to go on Drive and you wanted to go, for example, on Groups instead, you go back to this navigation grid. This navigation grid you'll find on all the displays of all the apps that the school provides for you. Now, what I want you to do right now is I want you to go practice signing in. If you have two accounts, practice signing into both your accounts and swapping. Practice going from navigation to the different sections of Google. So practice 1, logging in, 2, navigating through the different apps.